Hello, I'm Javal, and I'm here to talk about the new Alien film that has come out over the past few days. Alien Romulus. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, because I will discuss the contents of the film, obviously. So if you still plan to watch it, click off the video. Thanks for the view, though. But anyway, this is the what would you call it? The third installment, the third modern installment this century. You know, the Disney era period of crappy movies. But I was actually pleasantly surprised because it was pretty good. Certainly, as I see it, the consensus seems to be that it's certainly way better than those than the two previous movies, which are timeline-wise, I believe, completely separate. This movie, on the other hand, is supposed to be happening in, between the first and second movies, Alien and Aliens. Hence the old computer screams and backgrounds. Very much reminiscent of the first two movies. And I also appreciate that they gave us some background information about the characters, their lives, and this very crappy and miserable mining planet. It gave us some visual insights into what the mining. And as far as I'm concerned, they never gave us any context of those mining operations in any of the previous franchises or video games, which is pretty good. And so it sets a kind of setting ground for the main character, Rain. She completed her work contracts in the mines, and she's supposed to basically go get home or something like this, get to some planet that's less miserable or something like this. And they just doubled her work contract by another 12 years or something like this. So already in the start, we know that the main characters, because then there are some other ones after who realise the fact that they're just going to be worked to death. So all the characters in the beginning are very desperate to get out. So they fly to this old abandoned orbit ship. I believe it was scientific research lab or something like this. Well, anyways, it was actually the ship from the first movie, because inside, later on in the movie, they discover this droid, right? And it's not implied, obviously, from the get-go that it's actually the first android, Ash, from the first movie. And this is kind of when people get angry about it, because they're using an old character, they're resurrecting something from the past. Why are they not using something like new, something specific to the movie? But obviously, timeline-wise, that makes complete sense. That they'd find the first droid because it's between the first and second movies. I guess by chance that original ship unintentionally goes into orbit around that mining planet. Interesting thing is, and is very much reminiscent of the two previous movies, the droid David. He, as much as him, is obsessed with modifying DNA, genetics, creating a perfect creature, perfect organism. But as is implied in the movie, he wasn't able to accomplish all of that work, right? But despite the obsession with genetic modification, he's still very much subservient to the company, and obviously wants this genetic code, this weird sample that he created, to be sent to the headquarters of said company as well, which is pretty interesting. And he's not even the main android in the movie. It's actually Andy, I suppose you could call him the sidekick of the main character, Rain. And he's very much interesting. I'd really like to applaud the actor behind him, because he did an excellent job switching the personalities when he was deprogrammed and programmed for those microchips, which is really interesting. Again, it's something that we never saw in the Alien franchises, so it adds something new to these synthetics, which is pretty cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this little compartment in the neck, which is kind of retractable, and you put the chip inside, kind of like a gold disc, but yeah. If you saw it, you know what I mean. Then with the rest of the cast, there are two British blokes, and obviously you're meant to. It's very much implied that you're supposed to be kind of not particularly on their side, because they're not really nice, especially to Andy. I think it's Bjorn who's the most rough, with it for some reason, maybe because he's a synthetic or something like this. And yeah, obviously they've got the most brutal deaths, which is, it is what it is. It is the movie just being a movie. It's got to make space for dialogue and for the rest of the characters, and it obviously is building up to that final moment, the end, which I found extremely disturbing, with this with the last alien, this half human, half alien super organism, which for some reason really looks like the engineer from Alien Prometheus, which I found very interesting. But then again, that weird creature was kind of the result of this perfect genetic material, which is able to reanimate said organism. If you don't know, this pregnant character injects it when she goes onto the ship, I believe, or some of this. It's not really explained what it is, but yeah, I think and yes, obviously, 21st century attention deficit. Ending of the movie has to be epic and crazy. So the main ship was on course to collide with this asteroid belt, and it did happen. But this alien hybrid thing attacked the main character in this escape pod. So she's able to detach this other part of the escape pod, or not escape pod, but basically this small part of it that housed coal and grain and some of this. Not the main component of the tiny ship. But yeah, I don't know what to say about the movie. It's very interesting, and it's very difficult to define, because it is a modern 21st century alien movie, but it is in the timeline of the first two movies, which are filmed 40 years ago. So it's very that's really up to you. But in my opinion, it's definitely better than the two previous movies. If you did watch the video and you haven't watched the movie, you ignored my little warning in the video, well, you should definitely watch it. Go to the cinema and watch it. It is a must-watch in the crappy era that we are now in terms of cinema. So yeah, bye.